Hey everybody, it's Charlie. It is July 22nd, Wednesday. There's a lot of confusion in the country right now. I mean, there's a lot of people who think that, we're on the road to recovery, that we're out. We've seen the worst of this economic meltdown, and that what's happening in Washington is going to end up benefiting us all in the long run. And it's not an accident that you would feel that way. Matter of fact, if you've done what you've been trained to do, which is digest what comes across on the television at night, digest what comes across the internet or the radio in 20-second sound bites, then that's what you'd be led to believe, because the administration is putting it out there, and the mainstream pep rally cheerleaders are putting the same information out there. And it's not an accident. It's not like it's just coincidence. As a matter of fact, I've got a 10-second soundbite that will clear up any confusion on the subject of why things are happening the way they're happening at the speed they're happening. And here it is.
You never want a serious crisis to go to waste. And what I mean by that, it's an opportunity to do things that you think you could not do before.
There you have it. I mean, there should be no questions after that. Oh yeah, who was that? Was that some crazy YouTube blogger trying to gin up more pessimism porn? Was it some crazy teabagger who was out protesting and trying to get more doom and gloom put out there? No, that's the president's own chief of staff, Rahm Emanuel. Words right out of his mouth. A 10-second nugget of truth that should resonate with anybody who has any doubt of what's happening in our country right now. We are arguably in the largest financial meltdown in our country's history, in the world's history. And yet, today we're led to believe that 6 months into this administration, they've rescued it. They've saved it. And so trust us when we say we're going to handle the medical aspect of your life. Look how well we did on the economy. Then trust us when we say the best thing to do is give this power to the Federal Reserve. Look how well we've done. It's complete and utter nonsense. The only way this economy is benefiting you, according to a report from the Special Inspector General of the TARP, Neil Borowski, if you read his report that came out yesterday, the only way this economy is benefiting you is if you're one of the Wall Street elite who is now beneficiary of $24.7 trillion of American taxpayers backstopping their risky investments, their casino-type atmosphere that they've created. $24.7 trillion is what you and I are potentially on the hook for right now. There's no problem that's been fixed. There's only a crisis that's being exploited. This left-right debate, this Democrat-Republican fiasco that you get to listen to every night on television, it doesn't matter one iota. This crisis is being used by the two-headed, one-bodied monster in Washington to implement their agenda on this nation. That's it, period. How can a company like Goldman Sachs, in the midst of this meltdown, when there's nobody showing any sort of increase in sales or profitability or employment or revenue of any sort, have a 64% year-over-year increase in profits? 6 months ago, they need $10 billion from the U.S. taxpayer in order to remain in business. And then they need government backing to issue debt. But now, 6 months later, they have the largest quarterly profit in their company's over 100-year history. Wake up. There's an opportunity right now, in the midst of this crisis, to change this very country, to scrap the Constitution, to scrap contract law, to scrap liberty, and it's being used. This crisis is being used. And so are you and I. Wake up. That's all I got.